Everybody, in this video today, we're going to be going over all 36 drivers and how they performed this season, critiquing them in mid-season, and we're already mid-season, so let's get right into it. 18 out of 36 races passed, and yeah, the race for the playoffs is still pretty much still ongoing. So yeah, starting off with Cody, we're gonna go from last to first. So yeah, Cody Ware obviously in last. I mean nobody expected anything from him because it's Cody Ware. Nothing ever happens with him every year. So yeah, this is just usual. Next up we have is Riley Herbst. So he's in 35th. I'm driving the 35 and in 35th, so that's cool. but the 35 of Riley Herbst, honestly, doing terrible for what should be good equipment in the 2311 car. He's teammates with Bubba and Tyler Reddick. And as you notice, Bubba and Tyler Reddick are both hanging in the playoff picture as of now, but the 35 of Herbst is in not even close. He's in 35th. If you don't include Cody Ware, he's the worst guy on the field right now. I don't know. I feel like it was not a good idea to just let him drive this 35 car. I feel like it was a failed experiment. I don't know. It just hasn't lived up to anything this season, so not good for him. So, same also goes for Cole Custer. Cole Custer's driving the 41 and for Haas Factory this year. He's hanging 34th in points. I expected Custer to run like top 20, like around, not top 20, like around top 30. He's running 33rd, 34th, 35th every race, and it's just, oh my goodness. Expected a little bit better from that, like around 25th, 24th or something. Nah, he's 30. He was like a lot worse than that than I expected. So maybe they can turn it around, but I just don't know. That Haas Factory team just looks terrible as of now. So yeah, there's 34th in points, and now we move on to 33rd, which is Noah Gragson. It's Noah Gragson. He's the worst out of the FRM cars. Last year he did pretty decently. I'm not saying he did good, but he did pretty like decently around in the 10 car. But this year has been a horrible downgrade for him. I haven't really heard anybody just mention his name at all. This year hasn't really ran up front, hasn't ran in the top 10, top 15. Like, no, that car is just suffering a lot. I don't know, for not in its first FRM year, just not making the best impression as of now. So, unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's 33rd in points right now. 32nd in points is Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon is the second colleague driver, which I think Ty Dillon's done, like, has had flashes, but hasn't really done anything too insane, which shocks me a little bit. I thought he would be doing a slight bit better than 32nd in points, but it's whatever. I think maybe next year they could possibly be better because I feel like they're improving. So we'll see what happens. But for now, Ty Dillon's in 32nd. Not what I expected. Like I said, I expected like at least 28th or 27th. He's in 32nd, so yeah, not too far off. So now here's Justin Haley. My expectations for him were actually to run pretty okay, honestly, like weekly, 20th to 25th, because he was running that in a Rick Ware car. Cody Ware drives the 51. He's in dead last in points right now. Haley was driving the 51, and he was running top 10 at times, which is insane. You could do that with Rick Ware equipment. That's insane to do. He brought Rick Ware racing to new levels I don't think I've ever seen before. And now they moved him to the 7, which is arguably better equipment for him. And first, he just hasn't performed at all. I haven't heard his name in the top 10 really at all. Excluding all super speedways, like I haven't seen his name like really above anything. Like he was really good in that 51 car. Just now he comes to the 7, hasn't performed at all. Like I said, it takes adjustments and getting used to. But honestly, it's just haven't seen anything out of that come from worth out of that 7 car at all this year. She's 31st in points, really underperformed from my expectations. So yeah. Next up we have is Daniel Suarez in the 99, which him being in 30th in points is very shocking to me too. He had a pretty okay-ish year last year. He won a race in Atlanta, got himself in the playoffs. I mean, that's still pretty good, but at the same time, it's kind of stupid as well because, I don't know. This was a contract year for him, and he hasn't ran well at all. I mean, there were some races in the beginning of the year where he was running pretty well, but then I just haven't seen him perform at all ever since then. So, yeah, 99, he's not going to be in it next year. We'll see what happens by next year. Ultimately, this is the end of Suarez's career at Trackhouse, so what can you do? Next up, we have in 29th is Todd Gillen driving the 34 this year. It's been no, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It's been just a bad year for Gillen too. Gillen, I think this is usually where he is, so didn't really underperform or overperform expectations. So not really gonna say much here. 28th is Brad Keselowski, which really this has been one of the worst years of Keselowski. Maybe maybe it's between this year and 2022. That's the worst for Keselowski. But this year he's had such horrible luck lately, and when he doesn't have horrible luck, he's just running not well. Recently, he has been running pretty well at times, but never really got finishes to prove it. I don't know. It's been a really bad year for the six of Keselowski. He needs a win again in the playoffs, which honestly, when he was in the two car, it wouldn't be believable that he would need wins. No, but now since he's been in the six car, he's needed wins to get in the playoffs. That's about it. We'll see what he can do. He's 28th in points right now, but pretty much not what I expected. I expected 22nd or 21st from him, but no. Austin Dillon is driving exactly where I expected him to be, so yeah, 27th in points, yeah. Zane Smith, same thing, exactly where I expected it, but he's been running well in some races, so I wouldn't really discredit him for that. And then you have Ty Gibbs, 25th in the points. He's behind Nemechek out of all people. I'm not saying that's a bad. I'm not saying Nemechek's bad. I'm just saying Nemechek hasn't performed that much at all. Meanwhile, Ty Gibbs, he has been brought into like one of the biggest teams in NASCAR right now. He's just running 25th in points. That's not good. He's first of all to start off the year, he's had terrible luck, but at the same time terrible running, like running in off speed, just running terribly. I mean, I remember Vegas or whatever track it was. He was just running 30th on speed, which I don't know. Is it Ty Gibbs? Is it a problem? I don't even know. But 25th in points is not ideal for what I thought for Ty Gibbs this year. So yeah, I expected at least like maybe 18th, 19th in the playoffs. 25th is not where I expected. So is not what I expected. So yeah. Next up we have is John Henry Nemechek. Now John Henry Nemechek, I expected like 30th or 29th or something. He's doing it in 24th. Recently for Legacy as a whole, we've seen them just run more frequently in the top 10, which honestly, by next year, I feel like Legacy could be like barely playoff contenders, like barely top 16 contenders. I could see it. I really could see it. They've improved a lot this year. So yeah, props to them. Michael McDowell in the 71 in new equipment. He's overperformed my expectations for sure. I didn't think McDowell would be. I mean, he's 23rd at the same time, but he's 23rd. But I thought he would be running worse with like newer equipment, new manufacturer. Everything's new for him. Just gonna take a little getting used to. But he's running pretty decently. I mean, he almost won Texas before he wrecked out. So honestly, there's flashes there. I would not rule out Michael McDowell for a super speedway win. Honestly, excuse me. Yeah. And then we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 22nd. Ricky Stenhouse, he's running a little bit more consistently than I thought, which is pretty cool there, but he's 22nd in points. I feel like he's going to need a win to get in the playoffs. I remember he was right below the cut line, but I think 2 bad races or something just screwed him up. I think it was Nashville and Mexico that really screwed him up. So, yeah, maybe Nashville, Michigan, and Mexico. I don't know. That really screwed him up. So, yeah. Stenhouse, I feel like he's done a lot better than I thought this year, though. He's done a lot better this year, though. Running more consistently. Kyle Busch in 21st, not what I expected at all. 2023 was a great year. 2024 was a really not the greatest year, and this year is just getting even worse. Not even running for wins anymore. He's just in the back off speed, which is just not ideal. I'm afraid to admit Kyle Busch is washed now. I hate it. I hate to say that, but yeah. Like, I haven't seen him contend for wins in a long time, which absolutely sucks to say because it's Kyle Busch. He's one of the greatest. Or one of the greats. I don't want to say that because it's making it seem like he's comparable to Dale Sr. and freaking Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson. He's a really, really great. He has a really, really great reputation. Like 50 some Cup wins, 100 Xfinity wins, 2 championships. Like not what I expected from Kyle Busch, and I think we're nearing the end of his career. Sad to say, but it's true, honestly. So yeah. Next up we have is Carson Hocevar, which honestly, overperforming, but at the same time, not overperforming in my opinion. Because 20th is exactly where I thought he was going to be running this entire year, or in the standings. But he's blown me away when it comes to like, especially the stretch in June. You had the Coke 600. He was running like second place. He blew up. He blew up his engine. He got second at Nashville. Michigan, he was leading the race until his tire blew out. Mexico wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. He wrecked Stenhouse, by the way, again. So yeah, he was running scared at Mexico. But those 3 races, he has a lot of speed in that 77 car. In Atlanta, you would see him like making moves. You would see him, what's it called? You would see him make up 10 spots on a restart. which is not that easy to do in Atlanta. Or it's not the easiest thing to do, but he did it in like 2 laps and all that. That's how fast this kid is. I think he's going to win a championship someday. I know it. He's going to win a championship. No doubt about that for me. So, AJ Allmendinger is running exactly where I thought he would be, so nothing really to comment about there. Eric Jones running 18th. Legacy is getting better. He had absolutely abysmal finishes to start off the year. But he's been improving more top 10s, more consistency. Same with Nemechek. So, yeah. Next up, you have is Ryan Preece running the 60 car this year, and I think he is my MVP so far. Not like that's a really big stretch to say, but I thought this 60 car was gonna be running like mid-30s maybe, because that's how bad Ryan Preece was in that 41 car. He's running top 10s, top 15s every single week somehow, and he's barely outside the bubble, which is honestly insane. The only reason why he's outside that bubble is Shane Van Gisbergen winning a race. He is running really consistency. I really hope to see him in the playoffs because I think he can actually shock some people this year. Running 17th, he's already shocked me. So, yeah. We move on to the playoff, to the people in the playoffs. We have Bubba Wallace, who's barely hanging in there. You have this trend. I think Eric Estep said this too. You have this trend with Bubba where he's running consistently to start off the year. But then as the year goes on, it just dies down to inconsistency and just bad luck for Bubba. He's right along the playoff bubble right now. I feel like he actually might get knocked out. So hopefully that's not the case. We'll see what happens though. Yeah. Bowman, it's been a really underwhelming year for Bowman. Same thing we said last year until he won Chicago. But this year for Bowman hasn't been the best at all. I mean, there was a streak of races where he just finished really, really badly or wrecked out. But yeah, he's dangling around the playoffs right now. He's 15th in the playoff standings right now, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I kind of expect him to win at least one race this year. It's gonna be like where nobody's gonna expect him to win at. So we'll see. He got second in Atlanta. So yeah, robbed us of another Brad Keselowski win. Congratulations. I'm kidding. But we move on to Keselowski's teammate Chris Buescher, which honestly, not a surprise it is up here. Yeah, 17's been really improved since 2023. So, yeah, 2023 was Busch's peak year, that's for sure. But yeah, he's running pretty well. I expected this. Same thing for Reddick. I expected this too. I expected a win or two at least, though. It shocks me that he doesn't have any of that. He's running 13th in the playoffs. It definitely shocks me that he just doesn't have a win, which I don't know. We'll see what happens. I feel like he could still get a win, but he hasn't had the finishes that I thought he would be getting. So yeah, he's still in the playoffs though. So I expected that from Reddick. Same thing with Chastain. Exactly the year I was expecting. He's not running up front weekly, but he's there in case he's there for any random circumstance. So yeah, he won the 600. So yeah, out of nowhere he could be the fastest car on track. So never doubt Chastain. Never doubt Chastain. Damn, I'm stuttering a lot. We have Chase Elliott, who's now in 11th in points because he won the Atlanta race, breaking off the winless streak since Texas. And this hasn't been the year of Chase Elliott, honestly. He hasn't really been up front. He's been really quiet this year. Atlanta was his coming out party, which pretty happy for him. But yeah, that's about it for that. Next up we have is Shane Van Gisbergen. So yeah, this one it's a shock, but not a shock at the same time because it's a shock because he's 33rd in points and he's in the playoffs, which is honestly very insane to say. That just also tells you how horrible the system is. So yeah, SVG's in the playoffs, guys. But it doesn't shock me because I knew he'd win. I knew he would win at least one race this year. He won at Mexico City by 17 seconds, which honestly just dog walked the field. But road courses are going to be a strong suit. He's had there's 6 road course races this year. They're going to be his strong suit, so never doubt him for road course. Now we move up to Josh Berry, who is in 9th in the standings. Josh Berry started off the year shocking me because he was running top 5s, honestly, to start off the year. But then ever since that Vegas win, he had a race where he led at Texas for like a good 40 laps, and then he just wrecked out of it. But other than those times, I just haven't seen him really just contending for a win recently. So yeah, he's in the playoffs, though. That he doesn't really need to worry about that, but I just haven't seen him at all. That 21 team kind of fallen off after that Vegas win. I don't know. I think Barry's still a great driver, but I just have not seen him at all in my radar ever since that Vegas win. Or Texas, because he led at Texas. Moving on, we have Chase Briscoe. Honestly, he's he's exceeded my expectations. Sorry, I don't know why I'm just stuttering a lot. he's exceeded my expectations too. Mostly because he's in the gift card, but he was with Stewart Haas last year, running terribly. Got that one surprise win at Darlington to lock him in the playoffs. He's already gotten a win. He won at Pocono. He's getting poles left, right, and left. He's getting pulls left and right. He's doing a lot better than he was doing at Stewart Haas. So congrats to Chase Briscoe right there. Pretty cool to see him do better this year. So yeah, in the 19 car, pretty cool. We move on to 7th in points. It's Joey Logano, a defending champion. Yeah, he is just on the same route as he was last year. He's running like what 15th weekly, or 10th to 15th. And then he just wins a race, and he's in the playoffs. And then when the playoffs comes, he just wins everything and wins the championship. It's just crazy how Logano is. I don't know why. Once again, just proving how flawed this playoff system is. But yeah, Logano's done fine this year, I guess. But yeah, he has that one win in Texas. That's why he's in 7th right now. So yeah. Moving on to 6th place in the standings, it's Austin Cindric. Cindric has been doing a lot better than I thought this year as well. Definitely better than last year. Last year he got a win at Gateway, or whatever you call it now, Worldwide Technology. He got that win last year there. But honestly, I think he's been running better this year. Pretty cool to see there. But yeah, he already has a win at Talladega, locked into the playoffs. So yeah. Then next up you have Ryan Blaney, who has been running really well, but then caught in the string of bad luck a lot of times. So really unfortunate for that 12 of Blaney, but he has a win at Nashville, so he's fine. So yeah. 4th in playoffs is William Byron. William Byron started off the year with another Daytona 500 win, and honestly, he's been running really consistently, like top 10s and all that. So really wouldn't count him out there. So he's been doing pretty well, pretty consistent after that Daytona win. So pretty cool there. 3rd in points is Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell has been doing really great out the season, but I haven't seen him really just contend for wins in a while. He won 3 races in a row after Daytona finished. He won Dakota, Phoenix, and I want to say that Atlanta. Been doing absolutely well, and then all of a sudden he just really hasn't appeared again for me. He just really hasn't been seen for me. So yeah, I don't know. Bell's still in the playoffs though, so he's fine with 3 wins, but haven't really seen him lately, so we'll see what happens. Next up we have 2nd in points, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin's been honestly exceeding my expectations too, even though I predicted him winning a couple races. He's been running top 10s consistently, and there was 2 races where he had mechanical failures. That was Texas and Kansas. Arguably, he was the fastest car there. He could have had 5 wins by now at this point if he didn't have those mechanical failures happening for him. I'm not going to make excuses, though, but the 11's been running really well this year. Very consistently good finishes, though. I'm going to have to say the same thing for the points leader, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson, outside of that one Darlington race, has gotten 3 wins this year. He's been running really well, too. Yeah, this was a terrible video. I'm very sorry. But, yeah, those are all 36 drivers and 18 minutes, so yay. Yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. I'm sorry this was so fast. I kind of have to rush here, so, yeah, goodbye.